What's going on, guys? Thanks for coming back to watch more videos. It's time for that Q&A I've been mentioning. Loads of you gave me comments. I've got a funny feeling I'm gonna have to split this into two parts because I got a feeling it could go on a little while. I'm already gibbering on right now. But actually, first I got this parcel today. I've been dying to open this, but I thought I'd save it for this video. Oh, yeah, now I'm well excited about this because I've officially ordered my first ever piece of GYMSHARK clothing. I wasn't in a position before to be able to spend my money on it, but I thought it was time to treat myself to my first. Oh yeah, not bad. Nice colour. Right, let's get on with the Q&A. I keep doing this as well. I keep going, slapping my knee, like, let's get on with the Q&A. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna say though, I'm sorry if I sort of rush through it because I've got a habit of over talking, so I'm gonna try and avoid that. So let's go. First question from Zero Star Gaming. Who records your videos for you? That's my girlfriend May. Why haven't you competed in 2 years? That is a good question. Part of it was because I was going traveling and stuff like that. So I went to Japan, I went to Fiji, I went to Thailand, I went to a number of countries, and I kept coming home, going away for a couple of months, coming home, just for the fun of it. Because at the time in my life I was sort of torn between, I love two things. I love traveling and I love fitness. But obviously fitness now is the clear path and that's the way I'm going. But also, it was a struggle for me to do the first show as well because, you know, just because maybe I've got some sort of gains, a lot of people might presume that I also got confidence, but that's really not the case, and I never did have confidence, and I still, you know, do lack a lot of confidence. You can check out some early on videos I did with the comfort zone challenges where I was trying to get myself out of those zones, and they were also quite funny as well. So basically I decided, you know, I felt like I wasn't as good as everyone else, so I decided to take some time off, take a year off the shows, and I decided to just commit myself to getting bigger and training. And that did help, that did work, so now I'm coming back to it. And finally, what's your occupation? Well, since I came home from traveling a couple of months ago, I came home from Japan and, you know, I had some savings. So now it's my aim to get a nice, successful personal training and online coaching business. That's my aim. Thanks for the question, man. Ccon says, are you always enthusiastic to hit the gym? Did you grow to love it or do you just push through? I'm not always enthusiastic. There's no way everyone's 100% every day. There are days where I'm just like, I can't be asked go into the gym. I just can't be bothered. But most of the time I push myself through, I make myself go, even if what I tend to do on those days is if I can't be asked to go, instead of telling myself, right, I'm going to do a session that is a lot more harder and maybe quite demanding, I choose something like maybe just arms. I just tell myself I'm going to go for an arm session, just so I'm at least doing something. So I go, and most of the time, those days, it turns out they're some of the best sessions I have. And that's probably because, you know, you come away with your endorphins so low, and then after doing fitness and training, your endorphins are flying through the roof and you just feel incredible, and then that sets you on the path then to keep going. But I do find if I get an injury, or maybe if I sack off my diet just a little bit and then I take a day off, or maybe then 2 days, and then next thing you know it turns into more days because your body's just getting used to being lazy. And when he says did you grow to love it, I never sort of slowly got into training. I literally joined a gym and from that day it's been solid. I literally was not doing anything and then I joined a gym and then from that day I was just solid on it from there on. So I didn't grow to love it. I literally loved it the moment I started doing it and I never stopped, and that's how it went for me. Maximilian Schmidt, what do you think are the muscles you can train the fastest and which ones take the longest time to grow? This, I think, comes down to genetics. A lot of people, I think, struggle with their calves. You know, they always go on about how hard it is to grow the calves. I feel that if I really put in the time and effort, that my calves can grow quite quickly. But also, you've got to realize that anyone can achieve anything they want to. So if you put in the time, the effort, you train 100%, you eat 100%, it's gonna grow. It's science. You just gotta wait for it, that's all. You just gotta be patient. But if there is a muscle group that you wanna grow, say like your chest, but it grows slower, don't just do it once a week. Hit it 2, maybe 3 times a week. But on those days, you wanna eat loads of calories to help it grow. All right, Anthony Putman, and I know a couple of others asked this question as well, so I will name drop you. How old were you when you first started really focusing on your physique? So it was when I joined that gym 5 years ago, so I was about 22, maybe 23, and when I joined, that was it. I never kind of focused on it before. I just didn't do anything, you know, and then I hit that gym and then it just That was it. That was good. That was it. That was it. Did I say that was it? Next question from Christopher Wayman. How did you work out your macros and total calories? In general, I would say if you want to know how to find out your calories and your macros, go onto Google, type in macros calculator, use the first one that comes up. Don't worry about confusing yourself with different calculators and whether they come up with the same results, because it's more than likely that they won't. But don't worry about that, because you just need to get a general ballpark figure. And as long as you're aiming for that, you're not going to go far wrong. If you're trying to gain weight and you're checking the scales each week while on those calories and you realize you're actually dropping weight, it's simple. All you gotta do is then increase your calories instead, and you can find out eventually what's right for you. Tony Bachera, this video is badass. Thanks, mate. Zach Rolfe also asked what age I started. Thanks, man. Zaratus, he wants to know how important is genetics compared with food and training. I'm gonna try not to talk too long on this point because I could go on forever. What I'm gonna say is, if you've got good genetics, but you ain't eating well and you're not training well, those genetics don't mean shit. So food and training is by far more important. Because the bottom line is, even if you've got what some people might call, or even yourself call, bad genetics, but you train like crazy, you bring your muscles up, you build your muscles bigger, you shred down, ain't nobody gonna look at you and say you look shit. Everyone's gonna be like, God damn, look at the size of those biceps, look at the size of those chest muscles, whatever. Look at the shredded abs. It doesn't matter about your genetics, man. You just gotta go for it. Like, don't get me wrong, like my ab genetics, I don't have a perfect symmetrical six-pack. My abs are a bit, you know, out of place. There's just something I gotta live with. There's nothing I can do about that. If I can get swole as I can, shredded as I can, so don't worry about genetics. Just go crazy on the training, go crazy on the eating, and just be the best you can possibly be. Nicholas Rahaj, he wants to know what is your workout schedule that you follow. Generally, most of the time, I go with this if it's a 5-day routine, because I like the 2 days rest. But the problem with that is I can't get in arms on their own day. So when I do 6 days, like sort of more recently, I do this routine. But as of yesterday, I decided to try for the first time a push-pull legs workout, a push-pull leg split, which looks like this. If you don't know what one is, that's what I'm following right now. I'm gonna see how it goes. Who knows? Bhavishka Ramasar, what would you consider the most important first steps anyone should know when planning to embark on a successful gym/eating regime? Good goddamn question. I'm definitely gonna bring out a video soon on, you know, some tips for people who are just starting out, because it's such a vital time to really give it your all, and I wanna make sure you are. So, for me, the two most important things would be have patience, because building muscle and getting bigger is going to take a long time. So just make sure you're giving it 100% all the time, and you're eating the foods you got to eat, and it will come. But don't get me wrong, it's not like you're just suddenly going to be skinny and then suddenly look great. You are going to see like, hey man, look, my chest is coming out more, this is great, and that's going to spur you on. So don't worry about that. Second, and this was majorly important for me because like I said, I sort of lacked confidence, is don't worry about what the people around you are doing. You know, I used to be in the gyms, there'd be a guy by here doing heavy weights on the dumbbell press, there'd be a guy over here, big muscles, he looked great, and it slipped into my head, and I was thinking like, man, I look shit, I'm skinny and I'm doing light weights. But I then just straight away counteracted that with, and I still use this thought process now, I just think to myself, you carry on doing what you're doing, because one day I'm gonna be better than you. And I think that all the time. Like, not in like an arrogant way, just in a way to know that you've got the confidence to do what you need to do. So as long as I know that I keep doing what I'm doing, I know I'm gonna excel. I know I'm gonna be better than whatever this guy looks like right now. So the two things would be, one, have patience, and two, don't worry about what other people are doing. Just focus on doing the best you can do right now. Bradley Wilkins, if you could have one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? I just can't, I don't know how to answer. If I chose Domino's, right, I love Domino's. If I ate Domino's every day for like the rest of my life, I'm gonna hate Domino's. It doesn't matter what good meal I choose, it's gonna turn into a shit meal, right? But to play it safe, I'm gonna choose a roast dinner, because you got your meat, you got your veg, you got your gravy, you can change your veg up, you can change the meat up. You can't go wrong with a roast dinner, right? Everyone loves a roast dinner. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a roast dinner. What would you guys choose? I don't know, did I choose the right thing there? Because like, if you guys are then having Domino's and I'm stuck with a roast dinner every day, I'm gonna be gutted. What would you guys have? Let me know below, because I'm short on ideas on what the best meal would be for the rest of my life. Alright, Ed's What's your favorite part of the body to work out and why? I'm gonna go with shoulders, because the way I train shoulders, I kind of overtrain them. I just go mental on them. I literally just burn them the hell out. And when you do shoulders, you get a shoulder pump on, you get a track pump on, you get a bit of a chest pump on. Sometimes even your back comes out, and so your arms coming out sometimes because of all the pressing. Love it. You just look incredible afterwards, and also they hurt in a way like no other muscle does. Like, you can burn out a muscle and pump it up, but when you hurt your shoulders to the point where like you gotta just cross your arms, you just feel like you really achieved something. So shoulders, that's what I'm going with.